Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, back to Trailmakers, and today I'm going to be trying to improve a ballista that I built a while ago using a more recent creation that adopted a new type of method of launching things. So this is my, I built this back in February of 2020. That was before the fall. But the method that it used was pistons. So I got this dart here, basically, and the way this works is you tighten these pistons on the side to kind of create some additional tension with these pistons that are going back to the dart here. And then, oh yeah, I can also raise this to aim it up a little bit. And you see it's a little bit sketchy right now. And you press space, and the dart went. The Ballista's seen better days, though, as you can see. Let's see if something similar happens. I don't know if that happens every time or not. All right, and go. Hey, look at that. That's not so bad, is it? I don't think so. Oh, okay, there it goes. All right, and it's gone. I recently built this thing. If you didn't see this video, go ahead and check it out. I think I called it the suspension catapult. So this thing uses suspension instead of pistons to launch something. So you pull that back, you press the button, and then there you go. There goes the dynamite. And then, boom goes the dynamite, I guess. That felt weird saying it. That was cringe. So I now want to try a method like this, but rather than doing the catapult style, I want to do more ballista style. So it's not going to be bending it back from a top section, but rather pulling it back from a center section, kind of like you do with an actual ballista or a bow. We're basically going to make a bowstring out of suspension. Now, it's probably not going to be as strong as this piston method here, but it's probably just going to look cooler, to be honest. All right, so let's get into build mode here. I'm going to start completely from scratch. I thought about using my other ballista template and then just replacing the piston parts with suspension parts, but I figured it might be kind of better to build a creation that is specifically it's built from scratch to accommodate however these suspension pieces are going to work. So let's have some fun with this one and actually try to make the front of it look more ballista shaped this time by having a nice curve to it. All right, I think that looks pretty good. And I'm gonna go ahead and attach suspension to this thing right here. And this is just gonna go all the way down to the opposite side. There we go. And the center point. The center point is, this thing doesn't have an actual center point. So let's give it an actual center point. There we go. So whatever our projectile is going to be attached right in the center here. I can probably use a T-joint. And then of course we'll need a detachable block. And then I don't know what the arrow is gonna look like yet, or the bolt. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. And ooh, this shouldn't be a T-joint. We need something to actually pull this thing back. So this should be this kind of thing. And then the T-joint goes here. And this way we can make some type of a hook to grab onto this or something. There we go. Perfect. All right, so now we need to build back to the device that is going to be pulling this bowstring. You know what I'm realizing? I remember that doubling up the suspension actually made it it gave it a stronger projectile capability. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. All right, and now we put the pistons on this thing because these pistons are what is going to allow us to pull back the drawstring here. And by the way, to all of the medieval weaponry and ballista experts watching the video, I'm probably not using appropriate terminology, and I just want to let you know that I don't care. If you understand what I'm talking about, even if it's the wrong word, then I've done my job effectively. Okay, so I think I got this set up so I can test out now, do a proof of concept to see if the suspension is actually going to work as intended. So let's go ahead and pull the... I forgot that it's the suspension doing the work, not the piston. So the piston should not be on speed 100. Let's just put them on 1. There we go. Oh boy. Oh, and I also just realized that suspension is not at all attached to each other like it was supposed to be. All right, now all the suspension is attached, and this isn't good. This is not good at all. So the issue we're having is the suspension, it's not equal. I mean, that does, like, to be honest though, that does seem to, the elements are there. I actually think that the 2 suspension is too much. Here, let me double up the pistons, because now I feel like the pistons aren't strong enough to pull this back. Oh, no. Okay, that's a lot of tension. You know what I think needs to happen? I think I need to make this wider. Okay, let's see if that feels any better. I added 4 more suspension in it. You know what? That's not terrible. And if I release, that feels kind of like a bow would. The only thing I don't like is that it gets angled like that, but we may be able to fix that. All right, so I'm gonna attach this right there. So this has to stay in this groove now. I hope that's not gonna mess anything up. And, oh, that's messing something up, but don't worry about it. Oh, that's messing a lot up actually, because now this is attached to these. Ooh, I got an idea. Let's go into wheels. I'm pretty sure the ski has little to no friction. What if we drop this ski down in here? Pull on back. It's totally helping keep it straight. Oh, that is awesome. And it's low friction, so yeah, I think that's gonna be like the best thing to use for this. There we go. Now let's see if this actually launches. So I have the projectile to launch 1/10 of a second after. That's kind of cool. It's like perfectly rotating around where the pistons are grabbing the suspension. That's amazing, actually. Okay, what was I saying? So I have the projectile to be released 1/10 of a second after I release the suspension. So let's see if it works. I don't think 1/10 of a second is quick enough. 5/100ths of a second. Not the straightest, but then again, I could put wings on it. Ooh, that looked pretty good. I am gonna make a system to actually aim this thing up and down and drive around and stuff, kind of like I had my last one. But this is looking pretty good so far. All right, so check it out. To keep it extra straight, because I was having issues still with the arrow going left and right, I was able to fit, I really got to get in here to show you this, but I was able to fit an additional, you see this additional pipe leads down to another ski. So now the ski stabilizer, which I guess I'm coining, the ski stabilizer is now twice as long, which as you can see, when I pull it back, even, look at that, it stays so much more straight now. I mean, it has crazy impacts of torsion on the whole vehicle, but look at that arrow, perfectly straight, just like that. My initial test launch went a little bit better than this is going. I don't know what happened. All right, come on, make me look good. All right, you know what? Maybe I just got to get rid of all the excess parts. That's why. All right, make me look good now. Come on, make me look good. We pull it back. The first try worked. I swear, the first try, it totally worked. Okay, pull it back. There we go. Whoa, what is happening? No, I'm not gonna worry about it. All right, I'm worried about it. All right, maybe let's go ahead and do a quick test of disabling the second row of suspension. How's this feel? Okay. I'm starting to lose some hope for this thing now. Oh, there we go. See, that was okay. That wasn't bad. All right, you know what? I'm gonna try something really, really weird here, and I am going to replace these walls with more skis. So we're gonna have ski on ski action. All right, so now the launch path looks like this. So I'm just hoping that this is going to allow for less friction, which I'm hoping is then going to result in, something's not attached here. Oh, this is not, why is that not attached anymore? Ah, yes, because skis. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. I don't think that's the problem. This seems worse. But is it? That launch felt like it was going to destroy us, but it didn't that time, which could be a result of a lack of friction. Hey, it's not the most straight shot yet. Oh, and that happened. But things are feeling a little bit more consistent now, aren't they? Structure is too complex. Look at my complexity. 621 out of 700 skis. Skis are considered wheels, so they're more complex. Skis and suspension. Like, look, suspension adds 5. Skis add 20. What does a wheel add? Skis are even more expensive than wheels. I was not aware of the, okay, how far do we pull back? I can delete some skis. Okay, these last 2 rows of skis we also don't need. I have another idea I'm gonna try. I'm just a little bit afraid that it is going to lessen the power of this thing too much, but I'm going to allow the suspension to actually turn in towards where it is being pulled by putting a hinge here, a steering hinge on 0 strength. All right, let's see how this feels now. Ready? That's feeling more natural for sure, because now you can see, let me go on a free cam here. You can see that this suspension, too much. You can see that this suspension is now able to angle towards where it's being pulled from, and it looks like it's still under tension, which is all we really need for this to work. So let's go ahead and fire. And it definitely feels way weaker now. Okay, there's issues. I'm gonna take it 1 step further and also put these steering hinges where the suspension is going to attach as well. Whoa, that did not fix it at all. It made it so weak. Look at this. Even though it feels like it's under tension, there's no power. There is just no power at all. But what if we double it up again? All right, twice as much suspension. We took some power away, we added some back, and no, that's not gonna work. This actually seems like it might be better. I've moved where I put the hinge. Instead of having it on the ends over here, I just kept these ones right here, because I figured if I'm gonna have any section of this be more stable, I want it to be the part that is closer to the projectile. All right, so we are now able to aim this thing up and down with our wheel pistons, and we're able to turn ourselves using our wheels themselves. So I'm gonna say, well, let's do one more test shot, make sure this thing feels like it's working. That's not bad at all. I'm gonna say, let's paint this thing up. Let's give ourselves some targets, and I have 2 different kinds of arrows I want to try out with this thing. One is just going to be a classic anchor block one, where hopefully it'll just stick into the target so we can see it. And then of course the other one is gonna be a dynamite tipped one where we're gonna blow up some targets. So this should be fun. All right, so I got ourselves a massive target in front of us here. So let's go ahead and aim this thing. That looks like it might be right about center, but you know, it's a kind of an unpredictable release trajectory. Also, this affects our angle as well a lot. All right, let's see if this actually sticks. And 3, 2, 1, launch. Okay, everything was working up until now. Okay, you know, we had a bunch of successful launches, and then once I would try it with a target, it's not working. All right, don't worry, it was just a fluke. I just waited too long is all. Let's aim down and launch. Okay, all right, it's just, we just need to go a little bit farther. This is all, just, maybe I'm gonna aim a little bit up this time. Okay, 3, 2, 1, and launch. Okay, we went farther that time. We just went over the target is all. We just need to aim a little bit lower. Maybe not quite as far, but just a little bit lower is all we need to do. Okay, and launch. We hit the target. I was hoping it would stick into the target and be satisfying, but we kind of destroyed some of it instead. I really want to see it stick into the target. Okay, and launch. Hey, yes, kind of. Yeah, it's sticking into the what is wrong with Trailmakers destruction physics right now? All right, we got one sticking into the target. It also destroyed the target too. I want to see it stick in without destroying it, you know. Okay, come on. Ooh, I got an idea. One more piece of suspension needs to be added to this thing. We're gonna add some cushion to the arrow, so that way it's gonna be hopefully less likely to destroy the target as it hits. Come on, hit the target. It still destroyed it though. Why are you destroying my target? I thought this was gonna be an improvement on my old piston design, but I gotta be honest. With results like these, who can argue? All right, I'm just backing up now because we're going for a full trajectory shot here, full arch. Look at that arch. It landed so softly into the ground too. That was satisfying. Can we have a satisfying hit on the target now? Come on, right in the middle. Right in the middle. In the middle, right in the middle. Bullseye, dead center. Just hit the target. Oh! It was perfect. It was perfect. Look, we actually hit the target. First try, too. Just ignore all that stuff. First try. What is wrong with Trailmakers right now? All right, I know how to get this bullseye. I'm just gonna shoot it from right here. You ready for this? Right in the middle. In the middle. Okay, we're getting closer. Right in the middle. Okay, almost. I just want to see that red disappear. I put explosives on the tip of that one. Please, please, please. Okay. Okay, still didn't hit the middle, but getting an explosion on the target feels nice. There we go. So I've been noticing that, like, having this grab this part from the center gives it a lot of opportunity to twist side to side. So I figure if I give this thing some handlebars and grab it from 2 different points, it'll be more likely to keep it more centered. And that's only assuming that the centering issue is a major part of the problem I'm having, which I honestly don't even know about that. All right, so let's see what it's like to pull this back now. That does feel a lot straighter. A lot straighter. Did it help? No. Now that I'm straightening it out with how I'm pulling it back, I don't think I need this guide rail anymore. Oh, that looked good. We're onto something here. All right, I think these things need to be made out of blocks in order to restrict movement, because there's too much space in between piping here. All right, I think I've done what I was trying to accomplish here, and I had to make it a mechanical system because I needed these blocks to be separate in the initial build, and then they automatically close in right up in the front there. So now you can see they are closed in, and it kind of pulls it back like a hand almost. So you can see, there we go. And as you can see, it keeps it much less likely to sway very far back and forth just because all these blocks are in contact with each other. They fit snugly. So that was the goal. And it still doesn't help us. Oh, then the stuff like that happens. But my first test shot was good. All right, see? I mean, there's stuff happening. All right, I thought of one final idea to try to improve this thing, and that is to give it a wider opening to shoot through, because the issue that I'm seeing is that the suspension isn't pulling symmetrically, which causes it to go to either side, I think. It's hard to see when it's going so fast, but if I just give it some room to not collide with any of this stuff, because I've been noticing that 1/2 seems to fall off very often, which is making me think that this is the issue. So I just want to give this a try. All right, there we go. Now let's see how this feels. That was good. That was only one shot though. Let's aim it at the target this time. Okay. I still can't hit the center. I was like, it's only a matter of time, right? Before I hit the center. I want to do this. I want to just hit the center of the target. The issue, as you can see, is you never know where. You never know what direction is going to fly out. And I think that all is coming down to the fact that the suspension does not release its tension symmetrically. Yeah, see, it just gets pulled to one side sometimes. Sometimes it goes perfectly straight like that. Oh my god, I think I just may have figured out how to do this. I need to pull the suspension back less. You ready for this? Look at how smooth that was. Guys, I just got it. I just got it like second try. Look at how much smoother. Okay, can I go one more back though? Just a little bit more tension. Oh, it's so straight. It flies so straight now. Oh my goodness. Whoops. All it came down to was just the number of pistons I had. Oh my god, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it this time. I just gotta back up a little bit more. Look at that, it's beautiful. And there it is. Center shot. Bullseye. Finally. This thing is actually kind of consistent now. It's amazing. I can't believe the solution was that simple. It shoots so well now, and like every single shot goes relatively straight. compared to what we were dealing with before. Look at that. It works exactly as I had imagined. Oh my goodness, this is so good now. This is it. This is the most legit ballista I think I've ever built in this game. Out of the 2 that I built in this game, this one is so legit, and it's drivable. Like, we could drive it, we could give it some velocity, add to it like that. Look at that. I cannot believe that it took me that long to try that solution. That's amazing. Okay, I finally feel like I've accomplished something here. That is actually pulling something under tension and releasing that tension. I am so glad that this had a good ending, because I took hundreds and hundreds of shots at that target and was just not hitting the center. I'm like, it just has to be a matter of time. I've hit other parts of the targets, but all it took was just deleting a set of pistons. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you did, oh my goodness. You'll probably enjoy some other stuff I have on the channel that you can check out on the end screen right here. Hope this video has earned your subscription. Anyway, this has been ScrapMan, and I'll see you next time. Bye.